Very good morning, dear children. Dear children, we are going to start the next chapter of geography, that is chapter number 6, natural vegetation and wildlife. Fine, children. So now the story starts with Salima. Salima was very excited about her summer camp she was attending, and the summer camp was she visited Manali in Himachal Pradesh with her classmates. Now she is just recalling the memories, find how the landform and the natural vegetation it changed as the bus climbed higher and higher. She saw the deep jungles in the foothills of the mountains, and the teak trees they slowly disappeared, and pointed that tall trees with pointed leaves, she started looking at them. Now these trees were known as coniferous trees. Now she noticed the bright flowers on tall trees, and these were the rhododendrons. Now from Manali they traveled to Rohtang Pass. Fine. So the question arises, where is Rohtang Pass? So it is in Himachal Pradesh. Where is Manali? It is in Himachal Pradesh. Fine. So she saw how it differed. Now there was short grass and even snow in some places. Now, children, from her observation, we summarize that there is a very close relationship between the height of a land and the character of vegetation. As you go higher and higher, the climate change, and because of the climate change, the natural vegetation also changes. Fine. The growth of natural vegetation, children, it depends on four factors. So, what are those four factors? The first is temperature, the second is moisture, third is slope, and the fourth is thickness of soil. So, these are the four factors. Fine. Now, the type and thickness of natural vegetation, children, it varies from place to place because of variation in the factors. So, we classify the natural vegetation into three broad categories. The first category is the forest. So, now where do the forest grow? The forest grow where the temperature and the rainfall is plentiful. Fine. Just to support the tree cover. Fine. Now depending on these factors, dense and open forests are grown. So the forest can be dense, the forest can be open. Fine. Next comes the grasslands. Now grasslands they grow in the place where there is a moderate rainfall, means the rainfall is not much, so that's why the grasslands are there. Then last comes the shrubs. Now, children, thorny shrubs and scrubs they grow in a very dry region. Fine. So, plenty rainfall is the forest, moderate rainfall is the grassland, and dry region is the shrub, that is the thorny shrubs or the scrubs. Fine. Now, Salima is sharing her experience in a Himalayan trip with her father, and her father has visited various places in the world. So he just told her about the observation of variety of vegetation he found in different parts of different continents. Fine. She talked about coniferous forests. She talked about polar regions, thorny bushes that are found in the deserts. Then he talked about so many things. Now we will discuss the change in the type of natural vegetation, children, occur because mainly because of the change in climatic conditions. So the main reason with the change in the type of natural vegetation is the change in climatic conditions. So we are going to read about different type of natural vegetation in the world with their characteristics and the wildlife which is living in them. So we are going to talk about forest. So the first type of forest we are going to study is the tropical evergreen forest. So the name itself suggests. So the name is tropical evergreen forest, and they are also known as tropical rainforest. So obviously evergreen means they are green throughout the year. So it means there will be a lot of rainfall. Tropical rainforest means a lot of rain. So these are very thick forests and they occur. Now where do they occur? On the tropics. They occur near the equator and very close to the tropics. So these regions, they have what type of rainfall they get? Hot, and the region is very hot, and it receives a heavy rainfall throughout the year. So there is no particular dry season, children. So the trees are not shedding their leaves altogether, so that's why they are evergreen na. They are shedding their leaves turn by turn. ठीक है. Then comes a thick canopy. Canopy we have discussed earlier also. Canopy, the tree cover, fine, at the top. So the canopy is so dense that even the sunlight cannot pass through it, fine. Even in the daytime also you feel like it's night in these type of forests. What type of trees are grown here? Rosewood, ebony, mahogany. So these are the trees which are grown here. Children, please go through the do you know. So the tropical evergreen forests in the Brazil, they are so big that they are known as the lungs of the earth. And down just go through anaconda. It is one of the world's largest snake found in the tropical rainforest. You might have seen in the movies also. Fine. Now next come the tropical deciduous forests. Fine. Now they are the monsoon forest, and they are found in large parts of India. So where do you get them? India, North Australia, and Central America. You can see the figures are given to you so that you can see the region. The region they experience, as they are monsoon forests, so obviously they are seasonal. Fine. So, what will be the reason? They are going to shed their leaves in the dry season just to conserve water. So, what type of, they are the hardwood trees. So, what type of trees are found here? Sal, teak, neem, shisham. Fine. And they are very useful in making furniture, transport, constructional material. And animals found here are tiger, lions, elephants, langurs, monkeys. They are very common in these type of regions. Children, next come temperate evergreen forest. So we talk about tropical. The above two were the tropical. One were the evergreen, and the other was the monsoon forest. One was not shedding leaves, evergreen, and the other was shedding the leaves. Fine. So next comes the temperate evergreen forest. So they are located in the mid latitudinal coastal region. So, and they are very common in eastern margin of the continent. So every, like which continent eastern margin they are on? Like Southeast Asia, South China, Southeast Brazil. And they have both hard and softwood trees like oak, pine, eucalyptus, etc. So both type of trees are found here. Children, next comes the temperate deciduous. Fine. So tropical evergreen, tropical deciduous. Now temperate evergreen, temperate deciduous. Fine. So they will be towards the higher latitudinal areas. More temperate deciduous forests are found in the higher latitudinal areas, and they are found in the northeastern parts of USA, China, New Zealand, and in the northeastern, Chile, and also found in the coastal regions of Western Europe. Children, they shed their leaves in dry season. Again the same, they are shedding their leaves in the dry season. Fine. And then what's happening? The common trees are oak, ash, beech, etc. And the animals are deer, foxes, wolf. They are very commonly found here. And birds like pheasant, monals, they are also found here. You can see the picture given. Fine. Sorry. Next come the Mediterranean vegetation. Now, you have learnt that most of east and northeast margins of the continents are covered by temperate evergreen and deciduous forest. The west and southwest margins of the continent are different. Fine. Now what they have? They have Mediterranean vegetation. You can see in 6.12 figure. Fine. Now it is mostly found in the areas around the Mediterranean Sea. Mediterranean vegetation, Mediterranean Sea in Europe, Africa, and Asia. as the name suggests. This kind of vegetation is also found outside the actual Mediterranean region in California and USA, Southwest Africa, Southwestern South America, and Southwest Australia. These regions are marked with hot, dry summers and mild, rainy winters. What type of vegetation grows here? Citrus fruits. Fine. Like oranges, figs, olives, grapes, they are here very commonly cultivated. Fine, because they don't have any natural vegetation, so there is no wildlife here. Fine. If you just see this, do you know, so just go through it. Orchards of the world, Mediterranean region is known as the orchards of the world. Fine, because of the fruit cultivation. Fine. So next come the coniferous forest. So coniferous, now the more the higher the latitude will be, like 50 degree to 70 degree, the northern hemisphere is has the spectacular coniferous forest. Fine. Now they are also known as taiga. Fine. Coniferous forest, they are also known as taiga. These forests are also seen in higher altitudes. So latitude, higher latitude, even the higher altitude means the height. These are the trees which Salima found in the Himalayas in abundance. Salima found the trees in Himalayas in abundance, so these are the coniferous. They are very tall, they have soft wood, evergreen trees, and they are the wood of these trees is very helpful in making pulp, and from that pulp paper is manufactured, newsprints, fine matchboxes are made, packing boxes are made with the soft wood. Chir, pine, cedar are the important varieties of these trees in the forest. Silver fox, mink, polar bear, these are the common animals here. Taiga, seen, do you know? Taiga means pure and untouched in Russian language. So because they are on the height, so maybe they are pure and untouched. Now comes the second category, children, the grasslands. We have discussed the first category, forest. We have discussed already. Second category comes the grasslands. So we have tropical grasslands and the temperate grasslands. Fine. So tropical grasslands, they are on either side of the equator and they extend till the tropics. Fine. Now they have average to low amount of rainfall, so that's why there is grassland. Now the grass can grow even very tall, even to 3 to 4 meters the height the grass can grow. Savanna grasslands, you have read earlier also of Africa, they are the type of grass. Fine. Elephant, zebra, giraffe, deer, leopard, they are the common tropical grassland animals. Fine. Next is the temperate grassland, children. Fine. Now they are found in the mid latitudinal zone and in the interior part of the continents. Fine. Here the grass is short and nutritious. Wild buffaloes, bison, antelopes, they are the common. They are very common in these temperate regions. Last category, children, comes, that is the thorny bushes. Obviously you all know they are found in the dry deserts. Fine. Like regions like tropical deserts, they are located on the western margins of the continent. The vegetation here is very scarce, you know, as there is a scanty rainfall and the heat is so much, scorching heat is there, so we have very less vegetation here. So even the common animals, the main common animal is camel, you all know. Now we are talking about the hot area. Towards, if you go towards the polar region, that place is also extremely cold. So here also the natural vegetation is very less. Only mosses, lichens, and very small shrubs grow, children, here, and that too in a very short summer period. Fine. So this type of vegetation, previously we have read taiga, and this type of vegetation is known as tundra. Fine. So they are found in the polar areas of Europe, Asia, North America. The animals have thick fur and thick skin so that they can protect themselves from the cold climatic conditions. And what type of animals are found? Seal, walruses, musk oxen, Arctic owl, polar bear, and some snow foxes. They are very common here. You can see the picture also. Now come to do you know, children? Grasslands, they are known by different names in the different regions. Tropical grasslands, East Africa, Savannah, Brazil, Campos, Venezuela, Llanos. Temperate grassland, Argentina, Pampas, North America, prairies, South Africa, wild, Central Asia, steppe, and Australia, down. So, children, so our chapter is over. Thank you and have a nice day.